Hello. So I want to tell a story about how TikTok did me dirty. And I know I'm not the only one this has happened to, so I know there's other people out there. Maybe they will chime in, maybe not. So, to set the scene a little bit, I guess, social media wasn't a thing when I was a kid, right? So, I had MySpace, right? I think around 2005 or something, 2004. And I had just moved to Florida from Maine. I played around with MySpace. I really liked MySpace. MySpace kind of morphed into Facebook. I wasn't in college at the time when it came out, and it was ideal for college students. When I get into it, I guess, I don't know what I was using it for, I guess, just to explore it. Well, fast forward to about 2009. I started Instagram, and this was before it was owned by Facebook, right? Thinking it was in the lockdowns that I decided to jump on TikTok. Okay. And this was Trump was president, and this was right when everybody was wearing masks or starting to wear masks. And there was some kind of controversy going on where they were complaining and saying they were going to ban TikTok in the US. So I think that was clever marketing because it did help me jump on. And so I jumped on and I decided to see what it was all about, right? And I'm like, oh, well, I sit here and I lip sync into the phone and then a million people follow me. Okay, well, I can do that. Who the fuck can't do that, right? So I'm off and running and I'm doing my TikToks and I'm lip syncing and I'm, doing my funny bits. And what do they tell you to do? Pick a niche, pick a niche, pick a niche. It's like a parrot everywhere you go on social media except for Facebook. Kind of except for Instagram. Instagram's a little different. It's more like a magazine. I feel like Facebook is phone book. Instagram's a magazine. And TikTok is a way to, let's wait to the end of the video. I'll get into that. So I'm going along on TikTok and I'm making my funny videos. I'd rather be hated than never being fake. Maybe I'm too real for them. I'm like, well, I got to pick a niche. And I felt compelled. I had to, right? Well, what did I want to do? And I'm sorry, but my son's probably watching this. Turn it off, son. So anyway, I decided to do weed talk. Like I wanted to be on the weed side of TikTok and smoke weed on TikTok and stuff like that. Now, it was medically legal here, so, no big deal. I didn't think it would be a big deal. And I was able to get on and make videos, and it wasn't a problem like it would be if I was in a state that wasn't legal. However, what I found out on Weed Talk and being on Weed Talk is that there's a lot of haters. And maybe they have their own issues, but that's their own problem. I ran into a lot of haters on Weed Talk and started coming after me in different ways. So I started doing different things. I was like, well, that's kind of gathering me haters. And is it really worth it? Not really. So I'll just do something else. So I started doing different things, and I was mostly doing, like the lip sync, the talk with the voice in the background and haha funny or dramatic or whatever, it was fun. I was having fun with it, whatever. Some people get 1 million followers or they just lip sync other people's songs. It's crazy. So I'm going to try, right? Because my goal here is it's COVID and I want to work from home, right? And I don't want to die, right? Staying alive, staying alive. I want to figure out something that's safe and I can just lip sync at home on the phone. Like, it sounds legit, right? So I'm out there trying to get on the Creator Fund. Well, I decided I'm going to start doing lives. So I start doing this thing where I go get a little buzz, and I have a drink or 2 or 3. And I jump on TikTok and I'm like, hey, TikTok. Hey, TikTok, hey. And I'm having a blast, right? I'm having a good old time. I'm dancing and I'm drinking and I'm like, hey, friend, follow me, subscribe. And I was having a freaking blast. I was loving my TikTok life. And I don't know what happened, but maybe drunken stupidity. Maybe I was too buzzed. Maybe I just thought it was funny. But I actually did something very controversial. I'll tell you in a minute. And so doing these lives, and I noticed a lot of things. I noticed like people would come in and they'd try to get you to say like weird things. Like they'd try to get you to say the N-word they'd be like, can you repeat this? Nay. And then like they'd make you say these vowel sounds or something. And I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway, my son clued me in on that. And he was like, no, they do that on purpose to come in and shut you down. I'm like, what is this? Like, why? Why are they doing this? And I had no understanding of why they would be doing this to me. Why would TikTok allow people to do this, right? Like, it wasn't making sense. Like, I didn't understand it because I was new. I'm new to TikTok. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just naive. I'm going to town. I'm making them content. I was doing it right. And I'm doing it through their app, okay? I want you guys to know that. When you make content through someone's app, what do? They own it. So make your content by yourself and upload it into the app. Then you always have a copy at least. Read your fine print. When you upload it, do they own the rights to it 100%? I mean, read your fine print. Who's reading this, right? I didn't read it. I didn't care. I'm doing my controversial posts. I'm doing my mouthy crap. I'm saying what I want to say. And I'm doing these lives. And I'm cute. And I don't care. And I'm having a good time. And so people were hating on me. And my viewers were going up. And I'm like doing great. I'm like, I'm loving life. I'm walking around on cloud 9 because I'm like, oh yeah, baby. I got X amount of followers. I'm good. I'm thinking I'm really on my way to getting in that creator fund, and I'm really on my way to making money, and like I can quit my job, and you know what I mean? I can like work from home and all that garbage. So I'm thinking this is really gonna work. Some of my controversial posts were probably gathering me maybe even government haters. I don't know. Because I was putting out stuff like this and stuff like this and stuff that normally gets suppressed here and other places. But if you follow me on Facebook or if you follow me on Instagram, you know that like I've always been an envelope pusher. So I will say what I want to say. Well, they had this one campaign that was like, stop this particular race's hate. And I spoke out and I said, nobody's ever hated that race. Like, you're making this up. And I just like totally said, I think you're making that up and it's not real. Stop trying to create it. It never happened, you know, like, and I could get into some studies and I really like went to town on that because, you know, I don't just argue without doing my research, okay? You know, like I want to back it up, baby. I'm ready to fight it. So anyway, I spoke out about that. Well, then during one of my lives, what did I do? I'm dancing. And I'm like, you know what, guys? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one of these numbers. And I go like that. And I didn't pull my shirt up. I didn't. Like, I just went like that, literally, just like here. And they cut my live off right when I went like this. Cut it off. Boom, gone. And I was like, oh my gosh, did that really just happen? I had so many people on there and I had gone through so much. Like I had times where they wouldn't let me, just because I gained so many followers so fast, they wouldn't let me even make videos or comment or do anything. I was in TikTok jail because I gained too many followers. Go follow JP Cares. Too fast. And then they cut me off live. And I'm just being funny. Like I legit didn't do anything wrong on that video. Not saying I didn't on other videos, but I legit didn't do anything wrong on that particular video. I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't do anything visually wrong. But they were like, pull the plug. And they pulled the plug on me. They're like, enough of her shit. We've had it. And they cut me off. And so I literally, obviously, tried to make a new account. Immediately banned. I waited a week, immediately banned. I waited a month, immediately banned. I made accounts from other phone numbers. They would get banned. It was crazy. Well, somehow, some way, I think I had a friend in another time zone or something create me an account under their number and allow me to use it. And I didn't put any pictures on it, but I told people like on Instagram or something where I have another fan base, hey, I got a TikTok, but it's hush hush. And they started sending me pictures and video. And I was getting these on Instagram too, but finally being able to get into this account, I could see it. TikTok was creating fakes of me. They were creating fakes of me. And they did this without my permission. Obviously, I signed in the beginning and I said, yeah, I agree to everything, you know, when I signed up for TikTok. So I gave them permission. But they copied me. They took my lives and they reposted it with like different names. And now maybe these were people like just screen copying my videos or something, maybe, but they didn't have the watermarks and they didn't have the TikTok symbols. So I'm kind of inclined to believe it was TikTok repurposing to gain money. Because here's what happened. When they shut my account down, I lost all the money I had gained from gifts and donations and all that stuff that was in TikTok. I couldn't get $1 out. I had hundreds of dollars in there. I couldn't get in contact with anybody I was friends with on TikTok unless I knew them from another platform. If you're on TikTok, follow JP Cares, Gpops B1, and Fee Kilby 2.0. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't access my information. I couldn't download my information. I was livid because I wanted to prove that I hadn't done anything wrong and that I had stuck to the guidelines and that I was just being funny. And, you know, I wanted to kind of prove that they were doing me dirty, right? And there was no way to get the information. There was no way to get anything. So I advise people don't use the app to create your content because I lost it all. And I can't believe that. I think I was up to, in that live, I had like 7,000 followers watching in that live. And it was just like, plug was pulled. And all I had gone through was, it was just so funny. It was like, it flashed before my eyes. I was like, all that I went through. Now, since then, I've done things, you know what I mean? I've done more social media. I have played around with it. I've contacted other creators. I've friended other creators. I've joined groups that help creators. I've done all kinds of things. So it's a different ball game, right? I'm still an amateur. I still don't care. I'm still just gonna do what I want to do, but I'm a little smarter, hopefully. And I really think that you have to be smart going in, and these platforms take advantage of people, and they probably got a lot of money off my likeness. I can't say how much, and I wish I could sue TikTok, but there was some kind of class action lawsuit that went around, and somehow I was in it. I don't know if I applied myself or what, but they did send me a check for like 20 something dollars. So I feel like they must feel like they've compensated me. So I have no idea. I have washed my hands of TikTok. I don't believe in TikTok. I don't like TikTok. I will never give TikTok any more content unless I'm trying to drag TikTok people over here. And so I advise people to not use TikTok, to protect yourself on TikTok, to don't chase the creator fund because it's so much saturated right now. I don't even know. I'm not even involved anymore. So I just wouldn't even do it. Just stay out of it. TikTok is total garbage. And that is my story on how TikTok did me dirty. I probably missed a lot of things. I wanted to do this like so detailed, and I hope to edit in. Hey guys, I'm editing the video and I forgot to mention Rob Lowe. I forgot to mention Rob Lowe and what happened with Rob Lowe on TikTok. So that's another video. Sorry. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it.